under the leadership of the Prime Minister Imran Khan, that you have created awareness very promptly, and you have adopted efficient measures in dealing with this challenge. Right now, I think that a lot of steps have been taken to fight against, with the efforts from the Ministry of Health, from NIH, from the provincial governments, all that. And during this process, that your president was in China 2 weeks ago. Prime Minister Imran Khan and our president, our Prime Minister, they are in constant contacts through telephones, through letters, exchange of letters. And right now that our government sent the medical team to come to Pakistan to share our experience. The director was kind that for you to learn, but I think it is a mutual learning from each other. Because this is an unintended and this is an unprecedented challenge for all over the world. The Chinese government is ready to provide whatever assistance for Pakistan, because Pakistan is our #1 priority in the international community. We hope that with the efforts by the Pakistani government and the people, with the assistance and support from the Chinese government people, that this kind of challenge could be overcome in a shorter time. And here, assure government of Pakistan, the people of Pakistan, that China is always ready, standing with you, working with you, and with the efforts from both sides, we hope that this pandemic could be controlled soon. Thank you.
Now, may I request Professor Professor Ma Minghui, head of the medical team, Xinjiang Ruhr Autonomous Region Medical Expert Team. So please, along with the interpreter.
尊敬的部长先生、大使先生、将军阁下，尊敬的各位先生、各位女士，大家早上好。
Honorable the Director of National Institute of Health in Pakistan and Ambassador and Director here in Pakistan, we are honored to be here to give our greetings to all of you and share our experience in China here.
这是我们中国支援巴基斯坦抗疫医疗组的成员都是第一次来到美丽的巴基斯坦。
Our medical team members all are first time to be here and to visit Pakistan.
中国和巴基斯坦是建立了全天候的战略合作伙伴关系。
There's all-weather partnership between China and Pakistan from our long time ago until now.
两国人民的友谊源远流长。
The friendship between China and Pakistan has a long history.
在前一个时期，中国遇到突如其来的这个新冠疫情的袭击的时候，巴基斯坦的人民伸出了友谊的援助之手，给中国捐助了77万件的抗疫物资。
Several months ago in China, during the crisis Cold War 19 epidemic crisis time, Pakistan gave us very important help, very important donations, like gave us 77 medical equipment and supplies. we are very thankful for this.
这也正如咱们巴基斯坦总统所说的，我们两国是患难见真情。
Like the President of Pakistan said the word, a friend in need is a friend indeed.
那么，中国现在的抗击新冠肺炎疫情应该说取得了一个阶段性的成果。
Our work to anti-COVID-19 epidemic work has reached a success stage until now.
在这次这个和疫情的斗争中，中国政府展现出了坚定的信心和非凡的勇气。
During this crisis time, our government has expressed the resolute mind and the forceful procedures.
中国人民也表现出了强大的团结力、凝聚力和依从性。
Our Chinese people also expressed powerful, cope with this kind of crisis procedures.
应该可以说，全国上下一心，用了2个多月的时间，在中国达到了我们设想的阻断疫情的一个目标。
With all the people's help and in our government leaders, we have reached outstanding results until now.
现在中国防疫的抗疫的原则呢，就是外防输入，内防反弹，疫情反弹。
The rules for anti-COVID-19 virus epidemic in China for now has two aspects. First is to prevent imported cases. The second is to prevent the bounce cases in our local cases.
中国政府在做好自己抗疫工作同时，也在密切的关注我们友好国家的疫情的发展状况。
We intensely care about our neighbor countries about the COVID-19 virus epidemic not only in our crisis time but also in our making success time right now.
中国政府知道，目前巴基斯坦遇到了和我们前段时间同样的疫情的一些威胁。
Our government has known that Pakistan has met the same situation right now like 7 months ago. In China, we have seen situation.
中国政府除了向巴基斯坦继续捐赠抗疫物资外，也选派了我们这支医疗队前来巴基斯坦协助和支持巴基斯坦的抗疫工作。
Our government not only prepared the donations supplied to Pakistan, but also sent us as a special medical team to share our experience to assist Pakistan people to anti-COVID-19 virus epidemic outbreak here.
我们这支医疗队有多学科的专家组成。
We have various specialties in our medical team here.
有我们流行病学的专家，
Like our epidemic specialist, Dr. Wan Liren,
还有呼吸内科的专家。
And also we have our respiratory and critical medicine specialist, Dr. Anwar.
重症医学的专家。
We have intensive care unit medicine specialist, Dr. Yunbing Song. Yeah.
护理的专家。
We have chief nurse here of nursing. Her name is Li Zhang here.
临床检验的专家。
We also have clinical laboratory technologist, chief technologist here, Dr. Chen Renmen here.
我本人是参与了从新疆首例疫情、首例病例发生，一直到所有疫情全部出院，这些全部的防控救治过程。
As for me, myself, I have been involved from the first case of COVID-19 virus, COVID-19 case in Xinjiang province until all of the COVID-19 cases have been cured and have been discharged until there are no cases in Xinjiang province. Until now, I have been involved all the cases and to prevent and cure until discharge all the stages. I'm involved. Yeah.
应该说，我们带来这个团队啊，在抗击新冠肺炎这项斗争这个过程中，积累了比较丰富的实践经验。
I could say we have accumulated many experience about anti-COVID-19 virus outbreak here in China. Yeah.
那么，我希望在以后的时间里，我们中巴相关方面能够相互的交流，来分享我们的经验。
I hope in latest days we could communicate closely and share our experience to anti the COVID-19 epidemic outbreak in the future. Yeah.
中国人民和中国的医务工作者愿意和巴基斯坦人民和医务工作者在一起，共同来应对这次全球的公共卫生安全的威胁。
Chinese people, including Chinese medical staff, we are all will to be together to cope with this COVID-19 virus epidemic outbreak all over the world, to help all over the people to get through this crisis together.
我期望我们的工作和巴基斯坦方面能够共同合作，能取得实实在在的成效。
I hope we could make real progress and work together with our medical staff here in Pakistan in the future.
具体的措施我们会下面和我们有关方面做深入的探讨。
The content about the procedures on how to cope with the COVID-19 epidemic outbreak, we will discuss together in details later.
再次感谢巴基斯坦卫生部、咱们大使馆对我们工作的支持和配合。
Thanks again to all to the ambassador of Pakistan, the director of the NIH here in Pakistan, and all the directors here in Pakistan, and our ambassador here in Pakistan. Thank you all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Please give them a standing ovation.
Yes, please. Please, a standing ovation for the Chinese delegate. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And louder, please, louder, clapping. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Excellency, sir, for your strong sentiments and for strong proposition to share your experience with all of us. Now may I request Special Assistant to Prime Minister for Health, Dr. Zafar Mirza, to sir, please say a few words. Sir.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Your Excellency, the Ambassador of China in Pakistan, Professor Min Hui, if I picked the name right, the leader of the Chinese delegation, Major General Amir Khan, the Executive Director of National Institute of Health, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. First of all, I very warmly welcome the Chinese delegation, medical team at this time to visit Pakistan, which is very important for us. And on behalf of the government of Pakistan, I welcome you very warmly. I'm very thankful to the Chinese government to arrange this visit. And I'm also very thankful, Your Excellency, to you, the Ambassador of China in Pakistan, and our Ambassador in China, who has also facilitated, and our Foreign Office. We are very impressed with the way the Chinese government has dealt with this outbreak of COVID-19. You have put in place the appropriate measures at the appropriate time, and you have saved the very wide and very severe spread of this virus in the world. The world could have been a very different place if China would have not put in place the measures that you did. It still spread, but this spread could have been very fast, and the loss of life would have been very high if you would have not done what you did in China. So not just Pakistan, but the world is very thankful to People's Republic of China. As a student of public health myself, I understand that it is unprecedented what China has done. And indeed, China has written a new chapter in the history of public health by putting closer to 60 million people in quarantine in the Hubei province and in the Wuhan province. World has not seen this before. World has not witnessed this before. And not only that, but also the rigorous implementation, effective implementation. World has learnt a lot from China in this regard. And this will go a very long way in future. In the future of prevention and control of communicable diseases anywhere in the world. So this has added to human experience the ways with which the nations, the countries should be dealing with the outbreaks of the communicable diseases. So it's not just Pakistan, it's the world which is learning from Chinese experience. Secondly, we are also very, very thankful to China for the cooperation that they have extended all along, despite being themselves in a difficult situation from the beginning, whether it was diagnostic kits or whether it was personal protection equipment or other equipments. Despite being in a time of difficulty yourself, you have cooperated fully with Pakistan, and people of Pakistan are very thankful to you for this. As General Amir said, we have today 1560 cases in Pakistan, and until now, according to our best information and knowledge, there is not a single case with a travel history of China which we have in Pakistan. This is remarkable if you think about it. This is really remarkable. And this could happen only because the coordination and the cooperation which existed between the government of Pakistan and the government of China, and as a result of which you decided to not allow Chinese citizens to travel to Pakistan before 14-day quarantine in China before they travel, and then exit screening, and then also on the top of it, His Excellency also worked with me very closely to ensure that all those Chinese who will end up in Pakistan will again go into self-quarantine for 14 days. And the Chinese embassy took the responsibility for this. So effectively, this was round about 1 month of quarantine. And this is why we don't have a case from China. And this is really remarkable, and we are very, very thankful to you for this. Please communicate my thanks and gratitude to your Minister of Health and to your seniors and to your government, that how grateful we are for this. And I think this again will go in the history of prevention and control of communicable diseases between countries, that how if the right measures are put in place at the right time, how even a country like China with a population of 1.4 billion or 5 billion could still make it possible that not a single case will move across the border. We are perhaps not realizing this at this point in time because we are living through it. But when we will look back after 50 years, after 100 years, to what happened, people will be surprised that there was not a single case which came from China to Pakistan. This is the effectiveness of the appropriate measures at the appropriate time. We also decided, it was a tough decision for us, we also decided not to evacuate our students from Wuhan. And it was a very tough decision for us. But we worked again very closely with the Chinese government, and we just followed their recommendations and their policies and their regulations. Chinese were very nice. They allowed those countries who wanted to evacuate against their recommendation. But Pakistan was one country who followed it, and they took good care of our students. And today, now that the disease is spreading in Pakistan, the same students are actually thanking the government of Pakistan for not evacuating them. And they are requesting us to take care of their families and parents here, as well as Chinese took care of them there. Recently, our President of Pakistan, our Foreign Minister, our Minister of Planning, they all went to China. I was also supposed to go, but because of the situation here, I didn't. And our President and our Foreign Minister and Minister of Planning, they all spoke with the students in Wuhan through Skype. And those students were actually thanking our President. And they told our President that we are quite happy here, we are being taken care quite well, by the Chinese government, and this was the right thing to do. And we are now thankful that you made this decision, despite we were pressurizing you and our families were pressurizing you for making this decision. I'm very glad to know about the different specialities which you have brought as part of your team, and we are very interested in all the experts and the expertise that you bring. I think that we can tremendously benefit from your presence here at this point in time, especially at a time when we are also starting a major national program for training of health professionals in critical care. Because critical care is that part of this whole epidemic where you need a timely and expert management of the patients who are critically ill. And that makes a difference of life and death in people. So we have almost finalized our plan, and I would like my team, which is planning this training, this will be a 2-day crash training for clinicians in critical care, and I would really very much like the expert that you have on critical care to sit with our team and discuss with them our plan, and if there is any input or advice that you can give, it will be very helpful for us. Lastly, in every challenge there is an opportunity, and the opportunity that we have today in the world, not just in Pakistan, is that we should make use of the attention, the political attention, the financial attention which is going into health sector today. It is also unprecedented. The world has never seen this kind of attention to health sector. Today, for the whole population of the world, the number one concern is health. Our challenge as policymakers is that how we leverage this attention and turn this into an opportunity to start thinking in long term about building our health systems in such a way that we are strong enough next time, or relatively strong next time, when we have these kind of problems. In Pakistan, like in many other developing countries, when there are no health emergencies, we do not pay attention to building our capacity for health emergencies. This is natural, because other priorities in health sector take over. But this outbreak, one thing which it has done is that people should not forget to invest in building their health security infrastructure in the country. In peace times, by peace times I mean when there is no emergency, when there is no health emergency, that is the time to invest in your capacity and to prepare to respond effectively for the health emergencies. Because during emergency, you can only do few limited things. And those also remain very ad hoc, because once that emergency will be over, those efforts will also be over. But if you have an underlying good system and you keep investing in it, then that system becomes your guarantee for generating an effective response for a disease. So I think it is very important that Pakistan and China, as two old friends, strengthen and deepen our cooperation in health for future, so that we learn from each other, we learn more from you, the way you have developed your health sector. And we, with your cooperation, also under CPEC or otherwise, we try to strengthen and deepen our cooperation as one of the major elements of our bilateral cooperation between China and Pakistan. Yes, infrastructure is very important. Yes, trade is very important. Economies are very important. But all these are important if you have healthy populations to take benefit from them. If people are not healthy, all these things become meaningless. So this is why it is very important, and please take this my message back to your government. We are already talking at different level, at higher level with each other, that how we strengthen our health cooperation between People's Republic of China and Pakistan. If it was not outbreak, I would have invited you for a dinner, but all restaurants are closed. So next time, when you come in better times, we will be much more hospitable. Like Chinese people's hospitality, when I have visited China many times, very hospitable people, but we keep it for the next time. Thank you very much and enjoy your stay.
Ladies and gentlemen, before calling for our next speaker, we are also thankful to NDMA, Chairman NDMA, for arranging all this, for bringing these experts, which they have bought from China, their equipment, and for arranging visit to different cities of Pakistan. We are thankful to NDMA and Chairman NDMA. Now, may I request our next speaker, Dr. Khan, to give a presentation about how the China has hit back coronavirus. System.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Respected Excellencies, respected Vice Director, distinguished guests from China, thank you very much for giving us all this great opportunity to have this August forum here and to see what has been happening around. And we